Hello and welcome! In this video we will go through the chapter called The Silver Purpose. Now, according to the lore book, this is the 5th chapter in the Dragonflight campaign. And in the previous video we went through the 4th chapter of the Dragonflight campaign called A Mystery Sealed. Now, unfortunately, the 5th chapter does not follow up this 4th chapter, so I'm gonna have to leave you in, well, wondering what comes after that chapter. I can also point this out by referring to the renown trees. So Mystery Sealed was part of the Dragonscale Expedition renown tree, but Silver Purpose will be part of the Valdrakken Accord renown tree. Now, more on that in a few minutes, but first let's check out the lorebook entry of the previous chapter called A Mystery Sealed. Now, I will have to refer to Wowpedia for that, because after completing this campaign for the first time, it gets replaced by the most recent lorebook entry on the most recent campaign. So yeah, this lorebook entry has a different name. It's not called A Mystery Sealed, but it's called the Sealed Titan Door. Okay, so the Sealed Titan Door. Naladia Rivergleam of the Dragonscale Expedition has a new expedition for you to embark on. The Dragonscale Expedition discovered a mysterious sealed Titan door in Taldrassus. After traveling there with Naladia and Toddy and exploring the area, you were no closer to figuring out how to open it. Naladia advised you to travel to Valdrakken and speak with Watcher Karanos to see if he has any information on the sealed facility. Karanos advised you to seek out Watcher logs in Valdrakken. The logs revealed a potential location of 3 stones that could, when combined, unlock the sealed Titan door. While you were discovering this information, Sarkareth, leader of the Sundered Flame, attacked you and stole the logs. Upon returning to Naladia and Toddy, you were tasked with hunting down and retrieving the 3 stones before Sarkareth and the Sundered Flame could claim them. With the 3 stones of Tyr collected, unsealing the Titan facility was within reach. Naladia and Toddy asked you to meet them back at the Dragonscale base camp to discuss the next steps. Back at the base camp, Toddy came up with a plan to set up the facility entrance and open the door. However, she said she'd need some time to complete it. Continue working with the Dragonscale Expedition, and Toddy will call for you when she's prepared. Okay, so like I said, we will be going through the Silver Purpose chapter in this video. Now, this chapter is also part of the achievement called Friend of the Dragon Isles. So as you can see, the Silver Purpose. Okay, with that out of the way, I will talk to you about the requirements to start this chapter. So when you go through it for the first time, you will need to be, or need to have renown level 12 with the Valdrakken Accord. And when you do so, you will unlock access to questline The Silver Purpose. You gain access to the Silver Purpose questline. This questline begins with the gift of silver acquired from Alexstrasza. Now, this is only true, just as in the previous videos, when you go through this chapter for the second time. Because when you go through it for the first time, it is unlocked through a conversation with, in this case, Herald Flaps. Now he will show up right next to you, on the left side, I think, when you reach renown level 12 with the Valdrakken Accord. Now, you will also need to be at least level 60, but when you go through this chapter for the first time, you will be way beyond level 60. At least I assume, but yeah, since you need to have renown 12 with the Valdrakken Accord, you will no doubt be past level 60. Now, why is this level 60 important to mention? Well, because when you go through it for a second time, a third time, or any consecutive playthrough, you will be able to pick this quest up, or this chapter up, as soon as level 60. But you will not need to meet the Valdrakken Accord renown requirement. Okay, with all of that out of the way, let's check in with that first quest anyway, even though we cannot pick it up. So I'll have to cut in a few images here. And to read the text, I will refer to Wowhead. So thank you for uploading this quest to Wowhead. So yeah, like I said, you get this first quest from Herald Flaps, and when you speak to him, you get a quest, or access to a quest called Ally of Dragons. Your aid to the Dragonflight has not gone unnoticed. The Lifebinder herself wishes to show you something as a reward for your service to Dragonkind. Go and speak to her at the top of the tower. All the aspects await you. Speak to Alexstrasza at the seat of the aspects in Valdrakken. So yeah, you will get this quest wherever you are, but after you pick up this quest, you go to the seat of the aspects, and you either ascend the tower by clicking the teleporter, or you just fly to the top of the spire.
Come forward, champion. There is something I wish to share with you.
Okay, so we now speak with Alexstrasza, and you would get... Thank you for joining us here. There is something we wish to show you. So then that quest is completed, and you gain access to the second quest, or if you've already completed this chapter, the first quest, called the Gift of Silver. Now, as you can see, if you've gone through this chapter for the first time already, you can skip it. Of course, we're not going to do that for the purpose of this video.
The red Dragonflight will protect this world.
The Gift of Silver. Shortly before his passage, Keeper Tyr gifted us with a dragon scale forged of purest silver. We kept it in the vaults of Valdrakken during our absence, but I believe it is time to share it once more. Though we have no idea the purpose for this memento, it has always been a symbol of unity and friendship to us. As a true ally to Dragonkind, we would like to share it with you. Speak to me when you are ready. Speak to Alexstrasza to reveal Tyr's gift.
The balance must be maintained.
So next we click, what is this gift from Tyr?
Life endures.
Reveal the gift.
This gift from Tyr is precious to us. A final remembrance of a treasured friend.
His deeds and his courage will never be forgotten.
You have told me stories of that time, but I've never seen the relic he gave you.
We kept it in a place of honor here in Valdrakken. An ingot of pure silver, forged in the shape of a dragon scale.
Beautiful. Tell me, has it always pulsed with such potent magic?
No. Something about it is different. The scale seems to have changed in our absence.
Perhaps our return to the Dragon Isles has awakened it. Tyr was full of mysteries. This may be one last enigma for us to investigate. As an ally of Dragonkind, mortal, we ask that you take the scale and investigate this matter on our behalf.
And then they return to their position and shapeshift into their dragon form. Okay, collect the silver scale. And we speak to Alexstrasza again.
All life is worth saving.
I thank you for being an ally we can trust with a matter of this importance. Or matter this important.
Treasure the gift you have been given.
The legacy of Tyrhold. Keeper Tyr did love his mysteries. Clearly, there is a deeper meaning to the gift he gave us. As he most likely forged this scale at his former citadel, perhaps it will be the key to helping unlock its secrets. Go with Koranos to Tyrhold. As a trusted advisor and watcher of this land, I am sure he will have insight into this matter. Investigate the silver scale with Koranos at Tyrhold.
Tyrhold may have the answers we seek. Watcher Koranos knows those halls well. He can guide you on your journey.
As the Dragon Queen wishes. I shall meet you there hero.
Now, was it pronounced Kornos? I always thought it was Koranos. Okay, so we are now to meet Kornos at Tierholt. So, just going to wait for him to disappear, and there he goes. Okay, so the waypoint guides us toward the east. I'm just going to open the map in a second. And I'm running while I could be flying, but well. Okay, so this is where we are headed. We've been here before, or at least close to it. And if you did see that video, if you went through previous chapters, you will have noticed that this is where we are headed. So I'm just going to fly from the top of the spire, rather than teleporting down and then flying up again. So you can ignore that event. And here we are.
Just see if the scale interacts with the consoles of the hold. Place it here.
Place the silver scale. Activate Tierhold device.
For order to be upheld, sent by the Pantheon to push back, void.
That magic!
Now we speak to Kornos in Tierhold.
I have seen much. I know more.
That magic. You have awakened something within Tierhold.
We will return these isles to their glory.
The magic within. Intriguing. There are many mysteries living within this citadel that no one, save Keeper Tyr himself, understands. If we are to unlock this further, we shall have to explore more of Tierhold. I believe that the scale will draw out secrets stored within this place. However, there is one complication. The Guardians of Tierhold are still unstable. They may take your exploration as disruption and try to interfere. Take this conduit. It will help you should the Guardians prove troublesome. Draw out hidden magic from consoles around Tierhold to uncover the mystery of the silver scale.
For be cautious. The Guardians of Tierhold are still behaving erratically. This device may be able to disrupt some of them temporarily, should you need it.
So we get Tierhold Conduit. Release latent magic at an elite denizen of Tierhold, dealing damage and increasing damage taken for 20 seconds. The Titan Relic pulses with magic. Okay, so we are to find 6 hidden magic, whatever that is. Now, as you can see, I'm going to zoom out a bit, and they're already marked on the minimap. So we basically just follow those yellow orbs. Oh dear. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, but well. So yeah, that's what happens when you use the orb. Alright, so I'm going to speak to this one. I'm not sure what will happen, so I'm going to sap this one. And hope that we remain safe. Okay, so this is the first interactable object that we are looking for. Tierhold console.
The dragons shall be caretakers for the future of Azeroth.
So we get another fragmented data entry. Okay, I'm going for this one now. I cannot avoid combat for this one, so I'm gonna have to kill them. Or at least try. You never know what happens. Okay, sap this one.
Too far away.
What's their health? Gonna play it safe and disorient the other one. Oops, that's not gonna work. Got poisoned. Okay, next one. Alright. Now I am going to get in trouble if I get into combat with those. Okay, all good.
Odin refuses to see. Azeroth must take.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense what he's saying right now. With, well, the data entry being fragmented. Although the first one did make more sense, the dragons being, well, probably caretakers for the future of Azeroth. Okay, so the next one.
Lokans must be punished. Unforgivable.
Okay, so Loken was part of the Wrath of the Lich King. So for the people who did not go through that, just land here. Not go through that expansion yet, and who want to find out more about the lore, I'm not going to spoil. And I'm gonna kill this one just to be safe.
I require a target.
And as you saw, we did a huge 100k well, damage ability, but that's part of a next patch, so try to ignore that. Number 4.
Shadows rising in that too great. Ulduar infested by its own prisoner.
Okay, Ulduar is also part of the same expansion. Now, the order in which you do these objectives, or order in which you interact with these consoles, doesn't really matter. So you can do them in any order you like. You will still get them in the same, well, order. The messages, I mean. Okay. That's convenient. And slightly OP. Or overpowered. Okay, number 5.
Arcadis, Ironiah, all that I can trust.
Now, those names are not familiar to me, so I have no idea who they are referring to. And for the last one, we get...
The records must be kept safe, must be preserved for when the...
Okay, so that one really doesn't tell us anything. Records of what must be kept safe from what? And preserved for when what? Anyway, we are now to go back to the console, the first console. And we once again place the silver scale on top of it.
Fascinating. What secret is this you have unlocked?
And the silver scale, or the console, seems to have manifested a Titan spark. Or created a spark.
My watch continues.
This spark feels familiar. I was not aware of anything like it here in Tierholt. Most curious.
Trust in the ways of order.
A spark of discovery. Though this spark is of peculiar origin, I sense this familiar. I am not sure of its purpose, but I believe it may lead to your next step in unraveling this mystery. Follow it and see if you can learn more of its purpose, while I see what else I can discover in the meantime. Investigate the Titan Spark in Tierholt.
Titans watch over you.
Okay, so we interact with it and we get the spark hums, perhaps in response to your presence. Now we investigate the spark, and next we follow the spark. Now I'm going to do a little bit of cheating by going stealth here. Okay, that's not going to work for that one. Since he can see through stealth, so I'm gonna have to kill this one. And then he moves on without me. Or it. Okay, so as you can see, Fissuring Slam basically spawns a pool beneath your feet. Now I seem to have run out of the debuff. That one.
I don't have a target.
Okay, so something that could be used if you don't have stealth is basically you just mount up, you stay close to the spark, and as soon as you get aggroed, you fly into the air and hope you don't get dismounted. So that's what I'm going to try here and hope I don't get smashed. Let's just build in some security. Okay, he is moving on, so I fly into the air. And I left too soon, I guess. Okay, let's try again. Go buddy, go! And then I fail. Okay, that was close. So where did the spark go? Oh, it's over here. Alright, and why am I not stealthed anymore? I guess I got a dot. Oh dear. This is where I die. And he can't be disoriented. I can't use Vanish. So really I'm not sure what I'm going to do other than die. Okay, for YouTube I'm going to fast forward this part again. Or actually there's no need. Graveyard is close. Close by. No, I never died while trying this, so I'm not sure if the spark will still be here. And it turns out it isn't. Okay. Follow the spark. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and return to where it was earlier. And here here it is. Okay, so I'm just going to skip these. Okay, so stealth should speed this video along, so that I don't have to kill all of them. Now this one I will have to kill. Vanish is ready. Okay, everything is up. And this one should be far enough. Oh. Nah, it's too close. Okay, let's go. So we use Titanic Overload.
I'm out of range.
And I used the wrong skill there, but no worries. Okay, back to stealth. I'm going to see where this one is going to move. Yeah. I have no idea if you actually get hit by those sparks that it's emitting, so let's avoid combats again. Alright, and over here there might be a elite. Or a rare monster. A named monster. So you may want to look out for that one.
There, below!
And then the massive dragons arrive, the aspects. So we are now to speak to Caligos in Tierhold.
This world is full of wonder.
I sensed a great surge of magic emanating from Tierhold all the way from Valdrakken. Its source must be the spark you have found. I wonder what it could mean.
All will be well.
Okay, so now the next quest is picked up from Alexstrasza.
I will listen.
Memories of the past. This place is where we last saw our friend Tyr. We did not understand the circumstances by which he had to leave, only that it was for something important. Though it may be difficult for our hearts to bear, I believe this spark called us here to witness that time once more. With Nosdormu's aid, we may relive that moment and see if there was some other clue Tyr left behind for us. Speak to Nosdormu to witness the memory of the past.
Treasure the gift you have been given.
So we now share in timeless sight.
The sands of time are plentiful, but precious.
I have witnessed many moments in time, but my memories of Tyr are among my most cherished. Timeless one, I need to borrow your sight.
An old memory of a beloved friend. Let us hope it has wisdom to impart.
My friends, I am leaving on a journey, one that may keep me away for some time. Before I depart, I have something I wish to leave in your care. To symbolize our bond, I present you with this scale forged of purest silver.
A thoughtful gift, though its enchantments obscure my vision as to its true nature.
Perceptive as always, Timeless One, but do not be troubled. You know my fondness for mysteries.
I suspect that this scale has a deeper meaning. That you are leaving it with us, because your journey will place you in grave peril.
Tell us what danger lies ahead of you, Tyr. We would gladly face it at your side.
Where I go, you cannot follow. There is sacred knowledge that can only be safeguarded by myself and my fellow keepers. Your place is here. You must prepare your flights for the great destiny that lies before them. I am sorry, my friends. I wish I had more time with you, but I must go. Remember, the silver scale will reveal its value in a time of need. Be well.
So we have witnessed the memory. So we saw one of those names that I wasn't familiar with earlier. So Ironaya motions to Tyr that it is time to leave. I'm not sure if I'm pronounced that correctly. Ironaya? I think so. So we are now to speak to it, or to Caligos and Nosdormu.
Open your mind to what is yet to come.
Ask about the memory.
Though the Bronze Flight is able to experience all points in time, we occasionally forget that it can be pleasant to linger on certain moments. I do miss him.
Now, We speak to Caligos.
I stand with you.
Having experienced some of the mysteries left behind by Tyr, I am curious what secrets he'll reveal to us this time. So once again we'll ask about the memory.
There is much about our history that I do not know. I can feel the scale still pulsing with magic. Whatever Tyr left for us is powerful indeed.
And last we speak to Alexstrasza.
Greetings.
This is a task we would not entrust to just anyone. Please keep safe that which is dearly important to us.
Although he is no longer with us, his legacy will always live on within our flights. Holth Aldon Shi.
Though it is a sad memory, I am grateful for the chance to hear his voice again, if only through time. Thank you for bringing us here.
From pain, much has happened since the day we said goodbye to Tyr. I hope he would be proud of everything we have accomplished. To know that despite the hardships we have faced, Dragonkind thrives.
Dragonkind thrives.
Voice recognition complete. Input received.
It seems your words have awakened an ancient magic, Lifebinder.
Keeper designation Tyr. Not found. Activating Silver Protocol. My loyal companions.
An echo of Tyr. What wisdom has he left behind for us?
If you are seeing this message, it means a time of great need is at hand. But I am no longer among you. Take the silver scale to my forge in Tyrhold, and more shall be revealed.
Mysteries within mysteries. Tyr always had a plan.
Okay, so our next quest is picked up from Keeper Tyr, or at least his archived hologram. Parting instructions. The echo speaks with an ancient voice. To my dear friends, I apologize for my sudden departure, but I promise that you are not without my aid. I know that you have come upon the time of great need, but to ensure this gift does not get misused, I must ask you to perform a series of tasks. The first is simple. Reactivate the forge within Tyrhold. The silver scale is the key. Place the silver scale at the forge in Tyrhold.
Tyr always was the most clever of all the keepers.
Okay, so if we follow the waypoint, we are sent to the west, slightly northwest. Fly around just to show you the entrance. So you would basically ascend the stairs when you enter the forge. And we see...
Ah, hero. I was going to check if the console here could provide us any new information. Have you found anything?
So place the silver scale. Then activate the forge.
The lockdown protocol here seems quite intact.
Speak to... I forgot how to pronounce his name again. Kronos. Oh well, Kronos then. But I do seem to recall a shield being around the console. Oh well. At least permanently, not dissipating.
Order must be served.
It appears activating the forge is not so simple as you are led to believe.
Stand strong in your convictions.
Hard luck life. The security in the forge is stricter than in any other area of Tyrhold. This will be quite a challenge for us. Only certain units around the Citadel have the capability to bypass the security, and the protocols to unlock require more than one code in case of corruption. These units will not want to relinquish their overrides. You may have to take them by force. Be careful. Retrieve the primary security disk and secondary security disk within Tyrhold.
We all have a duty.
And for that we are once again given Titanic Overload, or at least the Titan relic called Titanic Overload. Okay, so the first one for some reason isn't being shown, or at least the direction isn't being shown by a waypoint, but this is where you go. So about here. So you can see Maiden of Diligence. Now I'm just going to think. Kinda need a safe spot to fight her. I do hope that this is far enough. Restoration Protocol. Okay, we want to interrupt maintenance because it heals anyone in that area. And take out the energy orb. Alright, there she comes. Just going to go stealth, then use Titanic Overload. I will fulfill my duty. Whoops, should have dodged that. Okay, now we avoid the swirlies. Okay, so her debuff seems to have worn off. For tier halt. So we are now given the primary security disc, a device used to keep the tier hold forge locked down. Okay, next we go for the other waypoint, or the only waypoint in my case. So that's why I went for the first disc. Well, and basically because it's the first disc. And over here, we just search for a good landing location. Okay, there's none up here. Okay. Going to... Ooh, yeah. That's not gonna work. I was going to say I'm going to kill that one, then the others appeared. Alright, so let's pull her somewhere safe, away from the others. Come here.
I must get closer.
Come here. That's close. Impatient. Right, another AoE attack. I could not last. And we get secondary security disc, an additional layer of security in case the primary fell in the wrong hands. So now we return to the forge. Speak with Kornos.
I feel the waking of the Isles.
I hope we have not disrupted Tyrhold greatly. May the Keeper forgive us.
Blessings of the aspects.
Excellent. With these we can override the lockdown and complete the task Tyr left behind.
We will return these isles. We should be able to override the security lockdown with these discs.
The forge has been reactivated, now readying the next stage of Silver Protocol.
Okay, so once
By
again...
the Titans, what did Keeper Tyr leave behind for us?
Whoops. So once again, the next quest is picked up from Keeper Tyr, or his hologram. And what do we see? Halls of Infusion, an infusion of materials. The image of Tyr speaks again. You have reactivated the forge. The next task will not be as simple. Transcribed within the scale are schematics for something I require you to forge. I have entrusted one of my watchers, Iridius, with the necessary materials for this task. They are of special origin, and only few of them are left in existence. Seek Iridius within the halls of infusion, where I hope his careful watch has kept the facility operating in an orderly fashion. Retrieve 10 ancient Titan steel ingots and defeat the primal tsunami in the halls of infusion. Now, let me just check this video. Yeah, it's not really a good idea to record that on this part of the, or at least on this video, because I'm going to be recording for over an hour, and I don't like videos longer than an hour. So yeah, I guess that will be for a next video, at least well, the rest or the remainder of the chapter. Okay, so let's reflect on what we did in this chapter. At the start of it, we were summoned to the seat of the aspects through a NPC called Herald Flaps. Alexstrasza wanted to share an important secret with us as a reward for our dedication to their cause. We learned that Tyr had given the aspects a gift before he passed, whatever that means. It was a scale made from the purest silver. However, when Alexstrasza presented the item to us, it seemed to be radiating energy. The aspects were puzzled and asked that you would accompany Kornos to Tyr's stronghold called Tyrhold. When we arrived, Kornos asked us to insert the scale into a Titan console, which seemed to activate it. The Titan device seemed to be interacting with us through a pre-recorded but broken message. Kornos was intrigued and asked us to explore Tyrhold to look for more consoles. He did mention that the Guardians might see this as a harmful act and would try to stop us. Therefore, he had given us a conduit to deal with them. In total, there were 6 Titan consoles, and each had a fragmented message. The messages suggested that the dragons had to protect Azeroth, but the messages also referred to previous lore, or previous expansions. Upon returning to the main console, a spark emerged from this device. Kornos said that it somehow felt familiar and suggested that we would follow it. We followed it all around Tyrhold until the aspects arrived to investigate the spark. Apparently, Kaligos had detected the spark's energy all the way from Valdrakken. With the help of Nosdormu, we relived the moment where Tyr said he had to leave for an important mission and gifted the silver scale to the aspects. They offered their help, but Tyr said only keepers would be able to join him. Next, Alexstrasza said that she wished she could spend more time with Tyr, and how she would mention that the Dragonflights were thriving. These last words seemed to function as a sort of password, which fully activated the spark. It showed a pre-recorded message from Tyr, where he apologized for leaving so suddenly. He said that the fact that we were seeing this message meant that the world is in grave danger. Through this way, Tyr would aid us. He said that we would first have to activate the forge. When we did so, a security measure activated, which formed a force field around the forge's console. Kornos said that this was because security protocols were most strict in the forge. We would have to bypass the protocols by using codes that were held by specific servants of Tyr, but they would not give up the codes willingly. When we delivered the codes, Tyr told us that the scale contained schematics for something that we would have to forge. To gather the needed materials, we would have to visit one of his watchers, Iridius, in the halls of infusion. Like I said, that will be for the next video. Okay, with this part of the chapter completed, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will check out this next video as well. See ya!